Hello and welcome to the transcription explanation of this design. It was done using Loren Sherman's script, which uses a combination of dots and lines on these 4 different stems to make our consonants. And vowels are a bit trickier. They're smaller circles and they have different positions depending upon what vowel they are. For example, A's are always on the outside of the word circle. So if we look at this word circle here, A's are always on the outside of it. O's are always on the inside of it, so inside of the word circle. And E's, I's, and U's are all in similar positions, but I's have lines going towards the middle, but U's have lines going towards the outside. So their base position is on the line of the word circle, but if they're enclosed on one of these stems that go inside the word circle, then they go right in the center of that stem as well. So like that. So yeah, that's the vowels, and there's no punctuation in this design, so I won't go into that. So let's talk about this design. So it's laid out vertically, and when I do a vertical design, I typically start at the bottom and go up because the script is read bottom counterclockwise. So if you're looking for a start, finding it at the bottom is a logical, natural place to find it, and then you work your way up because you read bottom counterclockwise, so bottom up. Anyway, so here's our first word, and you would read it bottom counterclockwise as well. So this is one word circle, this is a second word circle, and this is a third word circle. So this is our first name here, and our first letter of our first name is this circle inside the word circle, and there is one line ending on it right here. So that is an N. Continuing around, here's our next letter. It's a little vowel, and it's inside the word circle, so that's an O. Continuing around, here we have a circle inside the word circle, just like these. These three are all the same stem, by the way. And I overlap them just stylistically because it looks cool when I get that little like flower pattern. Anyway, so this is another circle inside the word circle, but it has 3 dots. So that makes it an L. Then we have this vowel here attached to that L, and it is outside the word circle, so it's an A. And whenever there's a vowel attached to a consonant, you read the consonant first and then the vowel. So L-A, continuing around, here we have another N. So N-O-L-A-N, so Nolan is our first name. And then here's our next name. This is our first letter. It is a deep divot, so this stem right here. And there is one line on it, so that is a G. Continuing around, we have a shallow divot, so we're in this row, and there are 3 dots, so that is an R. And then we have an E, so it's just on the line of the word circle. Then we have another deep divot, just like this one, and there are some lines passing through it, but only lines that end on it count. So only this line right here counts, and this is the O on that stem right here. So this is a G because it's got just this one thin line ending on it. So that's a G, O. Continuing around, it's another R, just like that R. And then we have a circle on the line of the word circle. So we're in this row, and there are 2 dots closest to it. This dot and this dot both go there, so that would be a Y. So this is Gregory. And these dashed lines are all just decoration. I thought it kind of made the whole thing tie together a little bit better, just to have these dots, these dashed lines here. And they're not part of any word or attached anywhere, so they're not going to count as any modifiers. So they're kind of safe decoration. And then we have our last name here, bottom of the word circles here. It is another deep divot, just like this, except there are 2 lines. And these lines, they can curve, they can be straight, it doesn't matter, so long as they end where they're supposed to end. So it ending on the stem here and here means it counts twice. So that is an H. Then we have a U, because it's got a line going outwards. So H-U, continue around. Now we have a shallow divot, so we're in this row. There are no modifiers, so that's just a T. And then we have this vowel. And A's on T stems are hard to tell because they are outside the line of the word circle. So the word circle line continues around right here, and this A is outside of it, even though it's still kind of centered in that stem. But because it is outside the word circle, it's an A. It would be an E if it were inside or on the line of the word circle. So this is an A. So H-U-T-A, and then we have an I with a line going towards the middle. And this is also just a decoration done just like this, and it doesn't count for anything because it doesn't touch anything. So this is an optional decoration thing, but I thought it helped kind of balance out the design by having like a little line enter it here and a little line exit it there. So this is the I, and then we have the N. So it's a circle inside the word circle, just like this and this, with one line on it. So H-U-T-A-I-N is our last name. So that is this design. I hope it makes a bit of sense. And I hope you like how it's laid out and the style, and I'm really happy with it, and it should make a good tattoo for you. Oh, and one more thing about the scale. Each of these word circles is scaled on this image to be at that 1.25 inches wide. The whole design is a bit wider than the 4 inches he said, just to make it all fit with these zigzags, because they're kind of set at a set size, because these guys couldn't touch each other without overlapping, and this was directly like passing through this word circle, and these guys had to also pass through, so it's kind of a set size for how wide it could be, with how close it could be top to bottom. But anyway, I set these to scale, so each of these circles is 1.25 inches, and it does get to be a bit wider than the 1.5 inches you said. It's about 2 inches, I'm not sure, but it's a bit wider than you said, and it's also a bit taller than you said, because this space here and this space here added more to the total size you wanted. But you can always scale it up and down when you're getting it done on your skin with the purple stuff. So have it scaled up or down depending on that. But these 3 circles are all exactly the same size. So yep, that's that.